Hello, good morning. Good
Hello.
morning, everyone. Good morning. Yeah, how you doing?
I'm good, thanks. Good morning. How
Good,
are
good
you
morning.
too?
I'm good. We haven't seen snow yet, but it's coming this week, I think.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, yeah, somewhere. But
Yeah,
it's almost end of February, so 1 more month. Yeah. Hello, everyone, again. Welcome to Auntie Yaa'S Book Corner.
yeah,
We're back today with another topic of interest: journey of self-discovery.
yes.
And last 2 weeks ago, we spoke about
Staying on course.
staying on course in 2024.
Yeah.
So, staying on course in 2024, but how do you stay on course if you yourself don't know what you're about
Mm-hmm.
or haven't taken the time to, you know, um, make yourself, sorry, I'm
Your
getting
computer is.
distracted.
Yeah.
Making
Technical.
yourself like, you can't have goals if you don't know your purpose, what you're about in life. So it
Mm-hmm.
becomes a problem per se.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me try this. I will try to share. And so, yeah, you can chat with them and then
Okay.
I will come back.
Yeah. Hi everyone, and thanks for joining. I haven't seen you guys in a long, long while. This is my first this year. So happy new year still. Since we just had the Chinese New Year too, so we're still in the new year. And Yeah, I'm excited about this topic, and I would really love to read from all of you what your views are, and what you're also doing concerning this topic of self-discovery. Um, yeah, that's about it. And Well, what I noticed is that when you actually live mindfully or purposefully, you kind of automatically do this introspective journey, because then you become aware of things about you that you would normally not really pay attention to, because you know how we're conditioned, to think, and then we get our habits from this conditioning. So it could not necessarily be you, but it is just something that has been taught to you, or yeah, something like that. Because when it's a habit, you don't really think about it, right? You just do. So the thought process is taken out of the equation, kind of, when you're actually going through a habit. You just do it by rote. So um I don't want to talk too much about the topic because it seems when I start, I kind
You,
of am
you get
going.
you get
Yeah,
into
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Start going
Okay.
into it.
All right. So yes, anyway, and before we go ahead, to just to remind you about some of the programs we do on this platform, we have our Saturday Facebook Live, which we do every second Saturday.
Hmm.
So of course, this year we'll be bringing you various topics of interest with different people as much as we can manage, and then also we'll be doing some lives based on my books, Ya's book, or topics from Sister Jordan Mensah's books. As well, during the week, you can see short videos on a word for you that's from the Bible, a short nugget that you take along with you for the day. And then there's the beauty lessons with your favorite auntie, and there's Own It with your own ornithologist. As well, there's videos from Refreshing and Reflections, which are all the books that we do. And now on Thursdays, I do a book promo from one of the books. So if you don't have a copy, you'll see the link and you can purchase a copy. And when you've done so, just write me a helpful review. And on Fridays, I do a longer video, maybe up to 5 minutes, anywhere from 5 to 10, but I've stuck to 5 and below from the book. So on this coming Friday, you'll be hearing Your Secret Place from Reflection. So watch out for that. And then we try to discuss topics of interest just around in our community. This is an educative platform, but as you know, in our community, we tend to we gravitate towards the not so good or not so savory things. So, of course, you won't see people coming here to listen to good things, but there are those who are patronizing, and, we are here to help empower people who desire to be empowered. Yes. So, okay, so we can start. So, yeah, when we say journey of self discovery, what is it? Like, why do we do?
A journey of self discovery is like it is looking inside of you. It's introspective. So you're
Mhm,
looking inside of you and trying to discover or find out who you really are.
mhm,
Because as I said earlier, there's a lot of conditioning growing up. We're influenced by a lot of things which might not necessarily be what we actually believe in as individuals, or what
mhm,
I I mean, yeah. Anyway, yeah. So it's important that we take this journey, or we do this introspection, so that we find out about who we are. Because if you're it's just like living somebody else's life instead of living
mhm,
your own life if you don't do this um uh journey or discovery, because you find out what your actual values are, and these are things that helps you make decisions.
mhm.
So if you do not know, it means you're making decisions based on someone else's life or values instead of your own, and then you find out that you're not really satisfied um with life. Let me
Yes.
put it that way. And that's when we try to find it in other things, external things, and you still don't get the satisfaction that your soul is craving, you
Yeah,
know.
can I throw a comment in
Right.
there? Sometimes you hear people on social media, our people, oh,
Yeah.
I'm bored. Is there any beef? So a person like that, if they knew,
They've,
if they had a better
yeah,
focus, they wouldn't be leaning towards that
right. Feeding off of negative stuff
negativity.
from,
Yes,
people.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And yeah. So as I said, decisions, and it helps you. I don't know if we're going to do the importance of it, but it was in the
Mhm.
question. So it
Yeah.
helps you also to know your purpose. And
Mhm.
all this is gearing towards getting satisfaction out of life
Life.
and
Yes.
not living like a robot, right?
Yeah, it's true. It's like what you were saying. It's kind of trying to understand your true self,
Hmm.
because we're born into a family, into a society.
Yeah.
And when you are young, at that stage, what do you know?
Right.
Everything that you are is given to you from the outside.
Hmm.
So your family values is what you are living by, the
Yeah.
societal values. This is why I wrote my unapologetic self. Like there's all these rules and things, but at the
Hmm.
end of the day, who are you?
Yeah.
Right? Because so you hear things from our community, people say, oh, I want to do this, but people will say this. And I'm thinking, why are you worried about public opinion? What do you, in quotes, want? But a
Yeah.
lot of people are not there. We are so ingrained. Even when you think about it, you know how we are in the diaspora, and a lot of people in our community, their main focus is that they have to do something for their family back home.
Right.
But then they forget themselves, even forget yourself, even your children. You have
So
kids
then,
here.
yeah.
What do you want for them? They are not your focus. You're focusing on other people.
I have to
This is all because you haven't done this self discovery to come to a
Yes.
place where you can say to yourself, I don't need to put other people first.
Mm-hmm.
I need to do me first. I'm there, I can help them, but they are not my primary focus. And it is okay. But
Right.
we have not come to that acceptance. So yes, this self discovery also helps you to know what your values, your needs, and your wants are. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's good to know what your values are, because are you somebody who say, what are your principles? Do you believe in honesty, integrity, all those things? What do you stand for?
Mm-hmm.
Because they said if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Somebody will come and take you, and then you'll be fulfilling their agenda or their mission in life because you don't have one of your own.
Right.
So people
Exactly.
tell you what to do. And so, like, when you learn about your own values, your beliefs, it's a form of motivation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it shapes, like you were saying, it shapes how you make decisions
Yeah.
in life. And if you are sitting there like an empty cup and everybody comes and pour into it, well, at the end of the day, hello, Nanaraba.
Hi.
Yes, yes, yes. Nice to see
don't
you.
know
Good
why I didn't
morning.
get
How
the
is it going?
notification.
Pastor P, Pastor P. Hello. How are you?
Hello.
Welcome. So you see, it's important to take time to figure out what your beliefs are, what you stand for, and how they shape your decision making.
Right.
Yeah. So this is a process. So how do you do this? Yeah, like
Mm-hmm. So I have some notes here. I think the first point is to assess your past or reflect on your past, past events and influences, beliefs,
mhm,
and I think significant ones, most of the time you find yourself going back to those ones. So you have
mhm,
to note down, and that's where the second part comes in, journaling. You have
mhm.
to,
Oh, you've gone ahead, yeah.
well, you have to note down these.
Hello, Bishop. Welcome, welcome.
Hello.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday again yesterday.
Yes.
That was also my anniversary. But I didn't want to write it on
Oh.
Facebook to you. It says self-discovery starts with a person breaking free from mental slavery. That
Exactly.
is
Yes. Yes.
exactly what it is.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So the process, like in my notes, I have that it's a process of self-reflection. Are we
Hmm.
given to doing that, right?
Hmm.
And then, of course, it's exploration is involved, and
Right.
then growth. Because do you reflect? Do you sit down and think about, okay, last year, what was I doing? What did I achieve? This year, what am I doing? Like, is it just for us? And we're talking about this topic in a context of our people.
Yeah.
Okay, we've come from somewhere to here, and is it all about just getting up, Kim, going to work, making money? Bishop Ganza, Pastor P is greeting you. So it's like the only focus is money making. We're not giving thought to our person, the way we think. Are we healthy inside? Like, is your soul happy?
Yeah.
Are you just become a robot? It's like robotic, right? Just going
Hmm.
through the motions. Get up at 5 a.m., run to the train, come home. Is that all that life is for you? Do you pause to reflect? Do you pause to reflect? It's like in the Friday, the video I was talking about for Friday, your safe place. I mentioned in there that my happiest moment is when the house is quiet.
Hmm.
I come and sit downstairs and I can hear the sound of silence. Like nothing is moving,
Hmm.
nothing is, and then you are by yourself. And with how many of us do we do that? You know, it's we've covered ourselves up with so many layers that it
Hmm.
will take work to unravel. People do not people are even scared to get in tune with themselves
Yes.
because they are
Exactly.
scared of what will come out or what they'll find.
Hmm.
So a lot of what we are seeing around us, all this fighting and whatever, is just hello. Yeah. She
Yeah.
said, I am with you.
Yeah.
Solitude is bliss. It's just awesome.
Mhm.
Because sometimes there's noise around you and you need to retreat. Yes.
Right.
Thank you. You need to retreat. So yeah, so it's a process of exploration. In the exploration, that's what you're going to find out what you like, what you don't
Mhm.
like, all those things. And we'll be getting into that later, you
And you
know.
also, uncover some of the scripts, the unconscious scripts that have been, written
Programmed
and
into your,
programmed into your brain. Yeah.
yes, yes, yeah. And of course, to, this process, it helps you gain a clearer sense of your purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah. And direction in life.
Mm.
Like I say, what have we become? We've become workhorses for people back home, all their demands. Oh, I need this. Somebody will call and say, I need 500 pounds. Send me $1,000. Like the money you are plucking it from a tree, right? And so when you ask yourself, is your major focus in life coming to satisfy other people's demands? What about what you want? And we feel so guilty. The self, what do I call it? The self reproach. We feel so bad,
Mm.
so awful. Yes, Pastor P said, "I love my quiet place."
Yeah.
It's so important. You
It
you have
is.
to because otherwise you become a robot. Yeah. Do you have any other comments on that? We can.
Not on the reflecting on past and stuff. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll go on to say why self discovery. Why must we do?
Oh, wait. I
You have something?
on the how to, I have, you have to notice your thoughts, your emotions, reaction, not
Mhm,
just reflecting on what's happened before, but even as you go through life, why am I reacting this way?
mhm,
Or why am I feeling this way?
mhm,
All those two, because
mhm,
they'll reveal a pattern for you to get to know you.
mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bishop Gansa. Oh, okay. Pastor P, I'll come to Bishop Gansa's comment. What I was saying, Pastor P says it's called self-abandonment and self-reproach. Thank you. You
Mhm.
abandon yourself. You're
Right.
available for everybody else, but not
But not
you.
you.
Yes. And I'll read Bishop's comment and then I'll throw out something. He says, Auntie Yaa'S, don't you know that many factors contribute to mental imprisonment, like low self esteem and fear of culture and religion, which is so true. It's interesting that you've
Yeah.
talked about that because, Bishop, we have to do a program with you, like something along the lines of like our community, the impact of that on our well being, that kind of thing. Yeah. It's a lot. This stuff that we are talking about, self discovery, religion plays a big part in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But, we it's not, we won't delve into that so much, but that's a topic for a different time.
Yeah.
So when we say why self discovery, it's like, you know, when you don't know who you are, validation comes from the outside.
Yeah.
I was just looking at a lady on a lady on TikTok just before we came on, and I hope I can find her. I think I registered the name in my mind because I flipped away from it. She's
Mhm.
talking about in 2024, the narcissistic whisper in 2024, we are seeking self validation, self this, self healing. And I started laughing and I said, I have to myself. I'm sending it to you. I'm sending it to Pastor P. I'm sending it to Aju. I'll send it to because it just says a lot of things.
Mhm.
So I'm saying that if you don't know who you are, your validation is always going to come from the outside. And so Pastor P said mental imprisonment is a huge topic. Pastor P, please, you come and do that one with us. We'll invite you. So, you know, it's like when you don't know who you are, there's validation. So when the validation is not coming, you know what it does to you? You're like this, a yo-yo up and down. Today somebody is upset with you, then you are like, oh, blah, 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 you are down. Next time they
Mhm.
are smiling at you, oh, you are up because you're always depending on people for
Right.
approval
Yeah.
instead of approving yourself. You know, you
Mhm.
come to terms like this journey of self-discovery is it's we're not only talking about finding out your strengths, you find out your weaknesses too. And if you're
Yeah.
in tune, if you're in tune, oh, you are singing my song. You are singing my song. I always talk about this. We go as far as the neighbor and then we forget
That's it.
ourselves. Yeah,
Mhm.
thank you. So, it's so serious. Like when you're seeking people who seek validation from the outside, it does something to your mental
Mhm.
stability because you are not yourself.
Right.
You can get depressed. People are depressed because of that.
Oh yeah.
because they are so dependent on approval that if they don't get it, then they are like people pleasing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It
you can
actually
tell me.
gets bad to the point of being suicidal, because
Oh,
then,
yes.
like, you don't, I don't know, you lose all your value because somebody feels you're not of value and you
Hmm.
believe it, right?
Yes, yes.
So knowing who you are doing this also gives you confidence,
Hmm.
because you know what you're doing. You have a focus, you have a purpose, and you're
Hmm.
just striving to get to it. And it um it makes you, I don't know, it gives you the ability to be able to silence all the noise around you,
Hmm.
because you know what you're doing.
Hmm.
Well, not you know what you're doing, but you know what you want. So you're going towards it. And it helps us to make a lot of decisions, lots,
Hmm.
because they are based on your values and what you believe in.
Hmm.
Could be your career, it could be who you choose as a friend,
Hmm.
a lot of things. It's everything that impacts our lives. So
Hmm.
it also prevents us from living someone else's lives. And the culprits most of the time are parents, because usually we project ourselves onto our
Oh
kids.
my goodness.
We want them to live our lives, but they
Yes,
we forget that they are also
their own.
individuals and people with
Yes,
different purposes on this earth. So
living vicariously through your kids.
yep.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, oh, there was also another point. If you're someone who likes to give back, it also determines how you do that, because
Hmm.
you have your, passions and your values
Hmm.
and all that. I think it actually gives birth to giving back too, because if you're passionate about something, usually you like to contribute into
Yeah.
whatever you're passionate about. Yeah.
Yeah. And what you're saying too, that is like within boundaries too. Because
Mm-hmm.
when you've discovered who you are, yes, I like to do this. Maybe I like to work with kids, so I'll go
Mm-hmm.
volunteer in a situation, with kids, but then
Right.
you put boundaries on your time. You don't allow yourself to be used at or
Exactly.
every time they call you. I think in one of my videos, I forget which one, I was saying that, people get upset with you when you say no to a
Mm-hmm.
request they've made, but learn to live with it. Like,
Yes.
it doesn't matter what somebody thinks of you. You are doing what is right for you.
For you.
So
Yeah.
if you're asking me that, oh, on Wednesday, can you do this or that for me? And then I say I'm not able to, and then you get upset with me. And I need to be
I really
I need
do
to be able to
understand
live
that.
with, yes. I'm
Yeah.
like, so you're upset. If
Yeah.
you won't talk to me again, that is okay. But if maturity is that, oh, you understand me, you go, oh, okay, maybe you'll find another person. But
Exactly.
us, because this is a very big one in our community, a little thing that you can't even say you can't satisfy somebody's request, so then they take offense,
Yeah.
and then it becomes a
Entitlement.
feud.
Your time is their time.
Yes, it becomes a feud. So Pastor P says self-acceptance is the key of breaking free from mental imprisonment. Yes.
Exactly.
And
Yes.
Bishop says, I strongly believe that mentally many people would want to please people to gain acceptance and recognition.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, we're all humans, right?
It's human Mhm.
Everybody wants to be accepted and loved, but we have to put it in perspective.
Mhm.
If you don't know who you are, this here,
Then
like you can become
yeah.
something else. You become people's puppet. Yeah,
Mhm.
because they know that some people, and it goes on even into our relationships. If you meet up with a narcissistic person, oh, this person is like a puppy, so eager to please, they'll use you to the point you get to a place you don't even know who you are anymore. So it's,
Exactly.
yeah. And also going back to why self-discovery, it helps you to be self-aware,
Yeah.
and because you are in tune with your gut and your intuition. Like, if something doesn't feel right to you or for you, you know, and you can say, hey, this will not work. This is
Mhm.
what will work. Let me switch directions. And people around you won't understand that, but you are in tune with yourself.
Yeah.
And if there are people who really say, they love you or they understand you or they're in your corner, they'll put up with it. They'll go, "Oh, yeah, I know what she's about. I get it."
Right.
But if you're going to be upset, well, that's too bad, because frankly speaking, as what's his name? What was the movie Gone with the Wind? The guy said to the lady, frankly speaking, something, something, I don't care. I don't give a damn. And Anaraba says one must set their hearts on pilgrimage for self-discovery and check dealing feeling entitled. I think you're saying feeling. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then she goes on to say self-discovery equals self-awareness. Who are you? What do you want out of
Mhm.
life? What do you bring to life? It's as we're speaking, it's not just only about ourselves. Basically your destiny, you are here to grow and reach your potential and to impact others. Like you were saying, when you do this discovery, your passion, you discover your passion and then you contribute. There's something that somebody is waiting for you.
Mhm.
Yeah, you are the answer to somebody's
Mm.
situation or problem. Hello, Miss Sage, how are you? Welcome. And then, of course, why self discovery? It helps you to speak up and to stand up for yourself. There's
Mhm.
many of us who will not speak up. We just go along with the flow. We are so upset. We're so afraid of upsetting people. Oh, I can't do that. She'll be mad at me. You
Mm.
know, oh, my mom will be mad at me if I do this. Let me go along with it. You know how we have different personalities in the family, the
Yep.
black sheep, the golden child, the scapegoat, whoever. So playing all these roles, right? And
Mhm.
even you playing like we have a problem with people who stand up for themselves. And
Yeah.
I see it so much on social media. Is if you see a woman who is self-actualized, they know what they stand for, and then they get called names, or you see people attempting to clip their wings.
Yeah.
There's this lady who was talking about boundaries in relationships, like in terms of friendships, her friends and how far they can go with her husband and how far she can go with her husband's friends. And a guy had the audacity to call her naive.
Why is she naive?
And I was back channeling the host and saying that, you know what? When you meet a confident woman, and then another person said, some other guy also said, "Oh, you are talking so fast. So when you talk, try to let people come." And I'm thinking, you're just trying to clip her wings. Yes. You see, um, I'm sorry, but I have to put it this way. There's such a lot of low hanging fruit, people who refuse to grow and be better because they haven't done their work. And when they come in contact with you who've done your work, then they are threatened, they are intimidated, and they want to clip your wings. And my favorite word, they want to muzzle you.
Mhm.
Yeah. So if we don't do a lot of this work, we're just silenced by people. They shut you up and that's it. They shut you down and you never rise up again.
Right.
Yeah. So
Right.
it's important to be able to speak up. You have to have guts, or as they will say, you got to have balls to speak up.
Ball.
There's nothing wrong with, but we are so afraid of the truth. We're so afraid of the truth. We can't handle it because we're not truthful with ourselves. So anything goes. And if
Because
you
we're
don't do
afraid
this,
of what people would say.
what
We're
people will
sticking with the
think.
status quo. Yeah.
Yes. The head mentality, is that what it's called? Whatever, you just go with it. Like, yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm. Wow. Okay. Any other comments?
Hmm. No.
Actually, I have a. So also that when you're doing on this self-discovery journey, you
Mhm.
don't do comparisons. You don't compare yourself to people. You are
You
good
take
to
your
stand
own.
alone.
Yeah.
Yeah says great scientists have made discoveries in their time of reflection. Newton's law of motion came about when he was resting under an apple tree. Oh wow. Thank you for that. I didn't know it was under an apple tree. Ah, yes. So interesting that many people with the spirit of eagle has been programmed to believe and behave as chicken. Thank you for that. You know that what was the story of people chicken in a barnyard, and then you're trying to fly out, they won't let you fly out, but the eagle will get up and just go, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You can stand there and be pecking and just pecking at the ground, or you can look up and get out of there. And
Mm-hmm.
when you try to do that, people want to pull you back. Yeah. And of course, because you're not doing comparisons because you know that you are unique. And being unique does not mean you think you are better than anybody, but we're all special in our own way. I
Yeah.
can't be Ya and Ya can't be me,
Yeah.
right? Like I can't be Pastor P, P can't be me. We all come, we pick from each other, we learn from each other. That's the beauty of it. And also self-discovery helps you to set boundaries.
Yeah.
So when you understand, know and understand yourself, you tell yourself, this is what I'll put up with, and this is what I won't put up with. And it doesn't matter if you are angry.
Yeah.
That, that's what I, that's my standard. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And self discovery also helps you to know your fears and work to overcome them. Yeah. But sometimes we don't. We listen, the classic ones. Oh, me, I didn't go to school. I can't do this. But you are in North America. There's people, classmates even that I went to school with, that they were doing different subjects. They've come outside and they are doing different things.
Mm-hmm.
There's that flexibility in this system. You can be anything that you want to be.
Yeah.
So I just marvel that our people will pack ourselves, lock, stock, and barrel, transplant ourselves here and stay the same, not take advantage of what is around us. It's work, home, if there's church, church, these three places. That's the extent of our, social circles. We
Right.
don't expand ourselves. So, and of course, self-discovery also, it helps you to improve your self-love. You make peace with yourself and you don't compromise. It's like if you're not going to love yourself, who's going to come and do it? Meanwhile, you're so busy loving your neighbor, and they may not love you in equal measure. So
That's when we have a
you're,
problem.
you're cheating yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we in our community, because of the culture, they make you feel guilty. Oh, you are selfish. Everything, you are selfish. But people have died because of these things we put on ourselves.
Hmm.
Work, 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 work. But they say she's gone. She was working hard, doing this for home, this, that, not taking care of herself,
Yeah.
working 7 days a week.
Yeah.
Is something else, right? Mm-hmm.
I always use the airplane analogy.
Mm-hmm.
The thing, yeah, you put
Yeah.
on, you'd think that they would say put on the kids' mask first, but they say
Mm-hmm.
put on yours first. So
First,
you have
yes.
to be
Yeah.
strong and, I don't
Yeah.
know, healthy
Nanara,
enough to be able to give.
yeah. Nanaraba says self-discovery helps you make proper SWOT analysis. And then Bishop says you can never function with your life until you find yourself. You have to, because you can come to the end of your life and then realize that, oh, what happened?
It's like you just
It's too
had,
late for me.
especially when your kids go away.
Yes,
At
yes,
that
that.
point, it becomes really,
Hmm.
magnified because you're alone. You're not
Yes,
hiding behind, oh, I have to take my kid here, there, and
I'm
all that,
busy.
and
Yes.
making that your life. Yeah.
And I've heard some men say, on social media that, oh, the woman shouldn't be so busy trying to do her thing, focus on doing the kids. And I'm saying that you can do it alongside if you're
Yeah.
ambitious enough to do
Yeah.
so. And
Mm-hmm.
I'll use myself as an example. Oh, hi, Anna. How are you? Thanks for joining us. Say hi to Gary, okay? So, yeah, like your kids are grown now, they're doing their own thing, and you're
Hmm.
going to sit around. Sometimes if they plan their things and they are gone, you're
Yeah.
not part of it. That's their life. Yeah. And what are you doing with yourself? So if I'd sat around saying, oh, my kids, or not written books or done whatever, like even somebody will say, oh, let me give an example. You know the lady who did the singathon?
Mm-hmm.
Afua Santua. She
Yeah.
did a video and she said that when she posts videos, people come and say, "Oh, you are posting too much." And then I think she made the comment, or somebody wrote it, that they are intimidated. And I'm saying that when they do that, they are trying to clip your wings. You post too much. People always, in our community, people always want to tell you how to live your life.
Yeah.
Oh, you are doing this too
Yeah.
much. You know,
Mm,
there's another lady came and did a video about this same Efua Santua lady, saying
mm,
that she said when she was growing up, she found her ears were too big or they stuck out. But
right.
her husband told her, "You look nice with your, do you know you have beautiful ears? You look nice with short hair, this and that." So that's what she did. And I commented to the lady that it's nice that she made such positive comments, because usually our women or our people, they'll come and make negative comments.
Yeah.
I was, because you hardly see that,
Yeah.
right? Nanaraba says,
And I was-
doing it only which kids? Those humans that will leave you one day. Now we're grinding along. So I love that. It is true.
Yeah.
It is true. Yeah. It's like me. I use myself as an example. The way we talk, somebody will say, "Oh, but what is she doing? This woman at her age, won't she sit down?" No, 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 no. Life is good. You got to, it's your passion. When you're doing something that you love to do, nobody will come and tell you stop doing it.
Yeah.
You create new ways of doing whatever you want to do. Because I say that I've been in spaces where I was clipped down, and I only started doing these things when I came out of those spaces.
Right.
And if we are people who encourage people to build, and your gift is not just for you, it's for the benefit of everybody around you, but
Yeah.
we don't know that.
Yeah.
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 Bishop says the hard truth is we have to understand that we can never turn back the hands of time to fix things. So it is now.
It is now.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, to self discovery would help you identify your bad habits and work on them.
Mm-hmm.
If you are somebody who's always late, for example, what are you
My
what are you
pet
going to
peeve.
do about it? Like, I always tell this example of, you have two candidates, there's an interview process and it's narrowed down to two candidates, and they have the same set of whatever. Then they'll start examining personal suitabilities.
And that's
They ask things like, "Is
mm,
this person on time?" And then your boss will say, "Oh, well, they meet deadlines, but it's always to the crunch." Maybe the other person, they do the final product 2 weeks before the deadline, so people have time to react to it. Who is going to get the job? That one.
earlier.
So
Yeah.
your bad habits, whatever they are, and we come from a place, I call it, a culture of shame. We're always shaming. So we find it hard to accept our weaknesses.
Mm,
If you are somebody who's always angry, what can you do about it?
mm-hmm.
I've always said when I was in my 30s, 20s, that I used to be angry and I didn't understand why. Then I started working on myself. Now I see people, I'm like, "Oh, gee, couldn't they have said that a better way?" Like, sometimes you hear the way people talk and you go, "What? Did they just do that?" Because when you speak, you tell people who you
Hmm.
are, and they just spewed out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "This lady, oh my gosh, like, hello, you know? Yeah. And of course, when you're identifying the bad habits, you build better ones, right?
Yeah.
And when you do this, you learn to take care of yourself physically, emotionally, mentally. Yeah, you understand yourself. So, mhm. Anything else?
I think you've spoken. Oh, you've said everything I have down here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because we've talked about having a higher purpose,
Yes.
Yeah, as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we mentioned before, you find your strengths and your weaknesses, and
Mm-hmm.
you figure out, you said this earlier, what you want to do with your life through this
Mm-hmm.
process. There's people who started out doing this one thing, and then later they've turned over here,
Right.
and you go, "Oh, how come?" They realized that they were good at it. It fueled, like, when you do the things that you love, your soul feels happy.
Yeah.
you know
Mm,
your soul
it's
feels happy.
fulfilling.
Nothing
Yeah.
can take it away from you, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm.
And of course, you make peace with your past. A lot of us are stuck in our past.
That's it.
As I said, I think I said in a video, the history, the past is a history lesson. It's only that you use it. Oh, I did this. Okay, I'm going to be better. I'm
Mhm.
turning this way. That's all. But to focus on it so much, it's almost like you're having a permanent or a perpetual pity party.
Right.
PPP, right? PPP. Put that down. Write my name after it. Like there's people wallowing in it. Oh, as for me, this happened to me. Oh, as for me, that, and they never stop. And then pretty soon they find they're alone because people get tired of hearing the same story over and over and over again. No, just use your past to build yourself up. And I know that there's people too who come and remind you about your past. Oh, weren't you this? Like even Jesus got to, oh, is that not the carpenter's son?
Yeah.
You know? But there is that, but never you mind. Like I remember Sister Awomriko on one of her programs, she said something like, the way you knew me 30 years ago is not what I am now. So
Mhm.
forget about that. Focus on, oh, but didn't we see you?
Yeah. So what? Yeah.
Uh-huh. So
Oh, when you say that, yeah, I think it also makes you judge yourself less harshly
yes,
when you do
yes,
the self discovery.
yes.
For
Because
me, I think my example will be how
mhm.
I love, you know, and I'm talking about romantic love. I got to
Okay,
understand how I do
tell me
that
more.
and why I do that. And I'm a very passionate person. So, I mean, I got to understand
Hmm.
how to care, but,
Hmm.
and why I do that. I don't want to
Hmm.
go into it.
Passionate person.
Yeah,
Wow.
very, very. Yeah. Yeah. I'm a Scorpio. So that is
Okay.
part of it.
Hmm.
So that I understood that. So I'm not trying to fight it, but trying to,
Hmm.
make it work for me.
Continue. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. And then to this process will help you to identify your negative self-talk.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, for myself, let's see.
Like-minded people. Yes.
Yeah, says move with like-minded people. Yes. The video that I was talking about, the lady said that because we're moving with like-minded people.
Mhm.
Oh, Nanaraba says thank you so much for the book. I really
Oh,
appreciate it.
you're welcome.
Didn't you see our pictures?
Yes, I did. I was jealous a bit.
We were having a swanking good
I
times. Too
know.
bad we couldn't stay and talk for a long time.
That was nice.
Yeah. Oh, it was nice to see I meet Aisha and then I met. Oh wow. So okay. So yeah, we've gone through that. I think the next thing I have is forms like the different forms of self-discovery, but maybe we should do the promos. So
Okay.
yeah, you can go.
Oh, oh, and Nanaraba. I before I had the, it's good to work with like-minded people who can contribute to
Hmm.
your development. I had an overview of self-discovery and building bonds
Hmm.
at the front of my book,
Hmm.
but then I got a suggestion that something that would be like a something that would attract somebody to pick it
Hmm.
up. That's how come I came up with a glimpse into the experiences and insights of an African woman navigating the diaspora. And then
Hmm.
when you open it, it'll give you that. So,
Okay.
yeah, my book is still on Amazon. It's not going to leave there. So,
It's around. It's
yeah,
there.
it's still there on Amazon, all the
Mhm.
Amazons, Canada, US, wherever
Mhm.
you are. So, get a copy of my book.
Mhm.
And yeah, I think that's all I'll say for now.
Okay. All right. So then I will continue. There's a number of ladies who do programs, very educative programs on social media. Sika Educates, she does a variety of programs. I think she was on this morning. I just caught her briefly because I was getting ready to come on. Yes. And the topic was when you find out your husband has a side chick or something. So I probably should go listen to it after and see what nuggets she threw out. and she does webinars. Like there's a whole lot that she does. So please patronize that platform. We have Sister Aju Odo. She does Abrabomu Nsem on Fridays, the topic of interest for the Fridays, and then Saturdays she does marriage talks or any topic of interest with Reverend Samuel Okuso from Ghana. I believe Sister Aju has a. Oh yes, Pastor P says you didn't say the name of your book.
Oh, sorry. Echoes of BBR's Chronicles. And it's on all
Show it
my
again.
social media. I don't know if it can all my
Lift
social
it up. Yeah,
media.
echoes. Yeah.
Yeah. Atia Russell Hens. Thank you,
Okay.
Pastor P.
Yes. So I'm not sure if Adjoa will be on today because I think she's engaged. She has a family event. So please support her also. And Pastor P is a health advocate. Asia. Asia does a number of things. It helps with the digestive system, your hormones, hormonal imbalances, different kinds of things. Please watch out, Pastor Patience Edwards on Facebook. She has a lot of videos that she educates us about this product. I take it myself and I can speak to it. And I'm on collagen now, and I think I can see my face becoming smoother and smoother after a
Ooh.
few days.
Oh,
So
really?
well,
After a few days?
yeah, it's good. The thing about us is we're talking about self-discovery, and I mentioned earlier that it helps you take care of yourself mentally,
Yeah.
emotionally, physically. We
Physical.
don't take care of our health,
Mm-hmm.
and we don't like to spend money
Yeah. Oh,
on
yeah.
anything. We become so cheap, right?
Mhm.
Like for me, if you can put a proposal to me, and I'm like, hey, that costs money, but later I'll go and think about it and I go, oh, why did I think I didn't have money to do it? I think I can manage it from here, and you go in for it.
Right.
Because with self-discovery means you're not discovering it and staying the same.
No.
You're moving, progressive movement, growth,
Becoming your
right?
better self. Yeah.
Be able to invest in yourself. So
Mhm.
this product is helping a lot of people. And she and Sika have done any number of videos in the recent months. So if you go on her platform or Sika Educates, you'll see, I think Saturdays and Sundays. Pastor P says, yes, Redox can change your body and health in days. Until you just testified. So
Okay.
go and listen. Go and listen to these videos. There's a lot that you can learn. You see, if you are sitting down and you feel any sensation in your body, you have to take note what's going on,
Yeah.
right? Like me, I have a sear gel, so I'm like, I feel it's your nerves tingling in your toes or your feet or something. You have to go rub someone and yeah. As well, Pastor P is a tap tap send agent. So if you send money to anybody back home and you use her code Lady P, you'll get a discount. I believe it's a 15% discount. Correct me if I'm wrong, Pastor P. And of course, there's Sister Awomriku at lunchtime talks, and then she does different kind of bangers. Lately, I see her a lot on TikTok. She goes on platforms and provides insights and you know education, some of the things that are going on in our community.
Mm.
Especially, I hear, in Europe, there's a lot. I'm not saying it's not happening here, but her focus based on the things, the stories that we tend to hear. And it's very sad that we as a people are not given to focusing and growing ourselves, growing our minds. Yes, she said it's 15% on your first transaction.
$15.
Thank you. $15, yeah.
Yeah.
And also, Miss Sage, sageshare.com. Miss Sage has a variety of products, t-shirts with Africa, map of Africa, map of Ghana, different clothing items, jewelry. You can even custom, like put a place an order and she can customize it for you. And I do understand that her customer service is excellent. So please patronize her program. She has shea butter creams and other things. sageshare.com is the website. Also, Miss Aisha Anchor. Aisha does not do programs, but she supports all of us here on
Mhm.
social media. She's an Avon lady, so you can contact her for your Avon needs if you are in Great Britain. She's a Juice Plus person also, and then more recently, like deco, event decoration, event planning type stuff, and also cooking utensils. She has any number of ads on her platform, so please support her. I'm wondering, is there anybody that I've missed? If I've missed you, my apologies. Next time around. Now we'll come to Auntie Yaa'S book corner. We do our Saturday Facebook lives every 2 weeks, different topics of interest. We started the year 2 weeks ago, staying on course in 2024. And based on that, we thought we should talk about self discovery, because how can you stay on course if you don't know who you are, what your values are, what your goals are for this year, and how to focus on them? Yes. And we'll be bringing different topics of interest as we go on. As an example, in April, for example, we will have a program with Sister Eunice Otima at Sitogbe, and she'll be talking about, just the kind of planning, the checklist. Do you know where your accounts are? Do your family members know um, everything about you? In case you are not around one day, what do they do, right? Or say you are taken sick or something happens, who's going to take care of your kids? Are you going to fight the system for your kids? It's very intricate. So we are fleshing that out, and we will let you know of the date in April when that comes. And also during the week, there's any number of videos from my books, Beauty Lessons with Your Favorite Auntie, Own It with Your Own Ornithologist and Queen of Own It, and then from Refreshing and also Reflections as well. I have a word for you, which is a less than 1 minute or more, based on a Bible verse, a nugget that you can carry with you for the day. The longer version of it is Pearls of Wisdom, anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes long. I've taken a break. I haven't done too many Pearls of Wisdom in recent months, but I'm going to be starting that. Like on Fridays now, I do a 5 minute or less video from based on a topic from the book. Like I said earlier to Ya on Friday, watch out for My Secret Place from Reflections.
Mhm.
Yes. And so I'll be alternating that with Pearls of Wisdom, maybe take a passage from the Bible and share some insights from it. On Thursdays, I do a book promo from any of the books. And then Wednesday is Nuggets with Yaafod, just some thoughts on any topic of interest that I pick. So basically, there's 3 videos a week, and then book promo, and then the nugget. So support this platform. And yes, so yeah, let's continue and finish up. Let me see here.
Mhm.
Okay. Said forms or types of self discovery. So we spoke about self reflection,
Mhm.
you know,
And
like
then
sit down and reflect.
right.
You can do it daily, you can do it weekly, like, okay, how did my day go? Did I accomplish everything I needed to accomplish? What can I change? Or am I in tune with myself? Like, say, maybe you may go through any number of emotions that day. You sit down and you pick it apart and analyze it.
Yeah.
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 Any thoughts on that?
Well, the reflection, yeah, it brings the awareness, and that's where the journaling also comes in. So that you're noting the small things, because sometimes we think about it, we forget about it, but
Mm-hmm.
putting it down actually helps you go back
Yes.
to it, and even in the evaluation, because you have to, even when you start your journey, you have to evaluate from time to time where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that if you have it down, it's easier to go back and see where you are at, where you want it to be, and things like that, or what has changed. Because um, this journey it's lifelong. You never finish. You never
Mm-hmm.
graduate. You're always doing it. And we also said um, the reflection. It has to be like when you ask yourself questions, you have to give honest answers. There's no
Yes.
need doing it if you're going to lie to yourself.
And
Then
the
you,
hard questions you must ask them. Yes.
yeah, yeah, you must ask them. Yeah. Uh, yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, I had journaling as my second point. I
Okay.
remember, was it Victoria that we went to, and we went to Indigo then. I
Hmm.
found this book. You know how you have different things with the alphabet. Oh, my name
Yeah.
starts with A, so it's so hard to find Y. So I found I found a Y book, but ask me
Oh.
how often. Yeah, so I found it there. I found it when I got back. I'm like, oh yeah, this book. So I put it on my table. I said, Start writing again."
Mhm.
Yeah, but it's important you put your thoughts down, then you can come back
Yeah.
to it. Or maybe
Yeah.
one particular day you are feeling a particular way and you've worked through it. So maybe months down the line, you flip back to that page, you go, oh wow, this
Yeah.
is what I was going through, and look at the progress that I've made, right? So we continue to build on it. And
Yeah.
also meditation.
Yeah.
Meditation comes in different forms. I mean, you can sit quietly and meditate, or meditate on the word of God, or
Hmm.
whatever it is that you choose to do. Do you have
Yeah.
any thoughts on that one?
Well, the meditation. Well, that I always thought. I think it's still linked with the reflections because
Yeah, yeah.
you're being quiet and
Hmm.
you're into yourself,
Yes.
you know, and meditating, or
Hmm.
not necessarily into yourself too, but it could be, looking at life,
Hmm.
thinking about, it could be there are all kinds of meditation. It could be a gratitude meditation,
Yeah.
thinking of the things that you're grateful for,
Hmm.
or thinking of where you've come to, or if you're religious, you're thinking about what God has done for you
Hmm.
and all that. Yeah. So, and it could be a couple of minutes. It doesn't matter. You don't need to be sitting there for hours. And
It's like,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. It could be
Mhm.
anything. Even meditation could be prayer. Like I pray in my head a lot, or you quietly, like connecting, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
so to your
Connecting
source.
to the source.
Yes. And also it could be therapy, you'll
Mm,
seek therapy. Or we've talked about this, like it's an introspective exercise. You have
yeah,
to go in and
yeah.
really, think through things. Or you
Yes.
can also seek feedback from others.
Hmm.
Seeking feedback from others depends who you are seeking that
Choose
from.
wisely.
Choose wisely, yeah. And then, of course, it could be exploring new experiences.
Hmm.
Yeah, because in your self-reflection, in your self-discovery journey, you realize that, oh, you have a particular interest. Oh, I'm interested in that. So then you follow up, right? Maybe
Hmm.
I'll sign up for this class, or I'll sign up for this, whatever it is,
Right.
to yeah. And then, of course, to engage in activities that resonate with your inner being, your
Mm,
soul. Yes. So,
yeah.
any additional thoughts before we wrap up?
You should be ready also, because of the conditioning, and depending on how old you are, how
Mm-hmm.
long it's happened, you have to be ready to um live outside your comfort zone, because sometimes it can get scary, to
Yes.
come out of that, but you have
Yes.
to be prepared to
Yes.
do that too.
Yeah. A lot of this comfort zone you are thinking about, and I'm going back to Nanaraba's comment on the, how did she put it? She said, the kids who will leave and go, we're grinding alongside. A lot of the stuff is, we're so afraid, women, so afraid to step outside our comfort zone.
Yeah.
And this is why there's all this bickering and bitterness and jealousy among women in our community, if I can put it that way.
Hmm.
That you see somebody doing something, because you didn't have the courage or the bravery to do it, you have to put a label on it. And it's a negative label.
It's
Oh, what are they doing over there? Blah, blah, blah. Because let's stay here. As for us, this is what is expected of us. Let's be bed warmers. Let's be cooks. Let's be cleaners. That's all. Why do you want more? Who
Hmm.
are you? Who do you think you are?
You think
Your
you're better
main,
than
your
us.
main goal on this earth is to be here to please a man, and that's all. Right.
Mm,
Naraba says, self examination, reflections, acknowledgement of strengths and weaknesses, redirect, implement, and evaluate. Exactly. Thank you. And she says, yeah, we just can't rejoice or celebrate others. And
Yeah.
yet we go to church. Yes. Isn't it in Philippians? Rejoice, rejoice always, something.
Mm.
Oh no, I forget where, it could be Romans, whatever, but rejoicing with people when they are rejoicing, and
Mm.
one, who
One with
knows,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
enthusiastics wherever, like, but it's all there, it's all throughout the, we don't know that. And yet we are the people who go to
I
church
guess
every Sunday.
it's the
It's
version
like,
that is judgmental that we know
yeah,
we
I was
can use it.
talking with Tony, and this guy, Pastor Jerry, is the
PD.
NSPDD or something.
Yeah.
There's something going on right now in Medina or thereabouts, and a lot of people are there. And so I'm saying that, oh yeah, we love God, everything, but we're there screaming and shouting. The next minute we'll go there and we'll go out and be committing wickedness to our fellow man.
Oh yeah.
So wow, somebody will
Always
say,
the
wow,
outward things that we
yes,
like to.
trappings, yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, we can wrap up. Hmm.
Okay. Well, as I said earlier, self discovery or this introspective journey is a lifelong thing. So you should be prepared to do it
Hmm.
actually daily because when you find your purpose, let's say, every day should be a contribution towards whatever it is that your life is supposed to contribute towards. So your decisions daily will be based
I'll be
on this.
back. Yeah.
Okay, your decisions will be based on this. And I in the beginning I wrote finding yourself first of all. Well, I went into the physical. You have to know um in making decisions, your family history is important, your genes, even your blood type. Not everybody knows that. Your height, your build, it helps you make decisions. Let's say, I'll say clothing and stuff like that. If you know yourself, you know your build, you know your interest, you're choosing clothes that will make you happy, not clothes that are in style, but you're able to stick to whatever makes you happy, fits your body, makes you feel beautiful, you yourself, not other people, what other people think. And then the blood type, we're talking about us taking good care of ourselves. So, health wise, you need to know what is good for you because what might be good for somebody will not be good for you. There are people who eat carbs and they are okay. If I even smell carbs, I'm putting on pounds. So everybody is different. You know who you are, and uh, I'm also blood type O negative, and I found a book that actually tells you the kind of foods that are not good for blood type O negative. So everybody is different. So it's not general that carbs in general is not good. There are some good ones, there are some bad ones, there are some that are good for different blood types. So physically also you need to know these things about yourself, and then you go to your real self, which is the soul, your inner man,
Hmm.
your actual self. And that's when this introspective journey goes on because you get to understand your temperament, why you like the things you do, why you dislike the things that you don't, your passions, things that you've inherited from your parents, and all that. You get to understand them, and then you know what to do with them because it's up to you what you want to do with them. If you feel that you like the way you are, then that's
Stay
what
there.
you do. But you have to be prepared to do this until you leave this body because it's a lifelong journey. And I'll also add that when you live intentionally like this, your kids also see it because they don't see you just going through the motions.
Hmm.
They know that mommy's or daddy's values actually are the same as the way they are living. You know, they don't clash. You don't say one thing and do the other thing. So when it's like that, they don't really take you seriously, actually. But yeah, yeah, you say one thing and do the
Hmm.
other. They see it. They won't
Yeah.
say anything, but you're not taken seriously. Whatever you say doesn't hold water. That's
Mhm.
when you feel the need to be yelling with your
Mhm.
veins coming out. But yeah, but intentional living is like, it's a daily thing, a moment thing, decisions and everything is based on that. For me, my kids know that my greatest pet peeve is lateness, time. So yeah,
Hardiness.
they know. Yeah, I go crazy sometimes. I have to check myself. Anyway, so yeah, when you understand yourself, you, you don't care about a lot of things. I don't care what my friends would say. If I'm mad that you're late, I'm mad because I don't like it, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I have to say.
Good. Thank you. Yes, so like we said, the journey of self-discovery, it should bring you joy, passion. You don't want to be stagnant in life.
Right.
You need to be able to get out of your comfort zone. You need to be able to live courageously and intentionally. And it's an ongoing process. You can't run away from it.
Yeah.
And when you're unhappy, you know it.
Mm-hmm.
You know it. So misery loves company. So that's why there's a lot of people running around being miserable today. It's a whole bunch of women talking about one woman. I'm like, oh, I just love, for me, I won't show my face on some of these platforms because of the insults and that, but
Mm-hmm.
I like to know what is going on, and I go and listen. I'm like, okay, is this the collective mindset of our people? you know. But
Mm-hmm.
if you know yourself, you walk away from some of these things.
Yeah.
You are concerned only with building and becoming better and impacting others. And you
Yeah.
have to be joyful. You have to find joy in life. Even if you are home and you didn't go anywhere for the day, you're not the type to say, oh, I'm so bored. Oh, life is boring. Oh, this or that. No, you have too many things going on. Too
Yes.
many. You can't even get to
That's
them.
not enough.
It's not even enough. You can't
Yep.
get to them. You say, why am I sitting here not doing what I'm supposed to? Oh, well, I'm relaxing a bit.
Mm-hmm.
You have those moments, but
Yeah.
there's not enough time to do even what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So be busy just grinding alongside Nanaraba,
Yeah.
It's like just do it.
Yeah.
Don't worry so much about what people say.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, it's you, your soul. You are one person who's part of the whole fabric of a society.
Mm-hmm.
How are you taking care of yourself? How are you owning your life journey?
Mm-hmm.
Taking accountability and responsibility, all that, being unapologetic. It's not to say go and trample on people, no, but you're walking through life with a quiet dignity, but yet, people, when people meet you, they know that this is not somebody that I want to go disrespect or mess around with. By the same
Yeah.
token, your journey does not mean you're going around abusing people or no.
Mm-hmm.
It's just find your happy place, center yourself. It's about being centered, your inner being.
Mm-hmm.
Don't live a miserable life. This is your only chance. It could end any day, and what would you have accomplished?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we've said a lot, and I hope that you've taken some nuggets from it. The rest will all be up to you. So with that, we'll say goodbye. We thank you all for coming. I won't start mentioning names because I may forget. But thank you for joining us today. We really appreciate you. Continue to patronize our programs, and we'll be with you in 2 weeks. That will be March 9th, same time, 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern, and 6, is it 6? 6
Yeah.
p.m. GMT and BST.
Yeah.
Take care. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. See you guys. Love
Bye.
you. Bye for now.